Hey everyone, what's up? It's Ben from Epic Guitar Instruction. Welcome. I hope you all are doing great out there. We have a song lesson for you today on the Arctic Monkeys, Do I Wanna Know? And this is such a fun tune. It's just a riff beast. It's all riffs all the time, nice and lean, meaty. So we're going to dig right in and check out the riffs that we find in the tune and get you guys going on this as well. So for my tone here, I do have a couple of effects to kind of get close to what he's doing on the recording. I just dialed in a little bit of fuzz. I have a pretty high gain fuzz pedal going, so I scaled back the gain just so I have a little bit of light grit to my tone. And I'm also using some delay, really short delay time with a few repeats. So you can kind of hear, we got the Jason thing happening, right? Like he's around the corner, I don't know. And so a little bit of delay, a little bit of fuzz, that'll get you in the ballpark. Humbuckers on the guitar will help too, so that's a little bit of information on the tone. So come along, let's check out. There's two basic themes to this whole tune with a lot of variations. And the riffs are long riffs, meaning that it's not just one repeated thing. It's kind of stretched out a little bit. So we're going to look at two different sections of the tune, basically, but we're going to take them piece by piece. So our first section, I'll play this for you all together, and then let's break this down. Okay, so that's our first section. I like to break this down into 4 individual mini bite-sized riffs that we could then put together into our whole meal. So we have to start out, that's just going to be a hammer-on from the 1st fret to the 3rd, coming up here to the 1st fret and then back to the 3rd. And you'll notice that that sort of suggests G minor. So a lot of the riffing that we're doing is G minor or G minor pentatonic. That's good to give us a framework for where we're working out of. So that's riff number 1 of our mini riffs. Our second one. Okay, so this one's a little bit longer. Starts out the same way. We're going to hammer from 1st to 3rd. Now we're going to come up here and hammer from 1st to 3rd. But when you do this, you want to do it as a grace note, or a really quick one. So the first note doesn't count for time at all. You just shoot right into it. And then we're going to do something similar. We're coming back to this note, the 1st fret. And we're going to do another grace note here, sliding from the 3rd fret up to the 5th. See how we just kind of slid into that, but it didn't really count. It's like almost like it wasn't even there. So let's back up our second piece here. So check out those grace notes. That's kind of crucial to getting the sound right on this second piece. Moving on to our third piece. That's it right there. So you're just going to pick all of those notes, though. You want to play the 1st fret, 3rd fret, then open 4th string back to the 3rd fret. But go ahead and pick all of those rather than slide or hammer on like we've done previously. So riff number 3. Riff number 4 of our bite-sized riffs. We're going to start back here at the 1st fret once again. And we're going to pick 1st fret and 3rd fret. Now, let's do another one of those grace note slides from 3 to 5. And let's do another one, but this time let's hammer on as a grace note. So that's kind of fun, right? We go kind of 2 grace notes executed 2 different ways with 2 different techniques there. And then finally we close out riff number 4 on our root here of G. So let's take a look at all of those 4 mini riffs together, and then we'll look at how we're going to piece them together into one big riff. Riff number 1. Riff number 2. riff number 3. And finally, riff number 4. So, none of the riffs altogether are really that tricky by themselves, but what makes this song cool in my ears is just the phrasing and timing of how he puts together all of those. So you guys are probably noticing that a lot of our riffing in this tune comes out of some minor pentatonic and natural minor scales, and that's really the benchmark for a lot of our rock and hard rock based playing, is having good knowledge of those scales. They not only help you to write riffs like the riffs you see in this tune, but they help you to play solos and jam over all kinds of different situations. So what we want to do is give you guys some information about this for free. And what we've done is we put together a free video lesson. It's not here on the channel, and a free ebook that goes with the lesson that diagrams out all these scales, shows you how to practice them, gives you a routine, all of that good stuff. And what we did is we packaged that together. We can send it to you for free. All you got to do is just click on the link that you see below. So once again, free video lesson, information on blues rock soloing, riffing, scales, diagrams, a lot of good stuff in there. All you got to do is click on the link you see below. So what we want to do is kind of just get some awareness over when these things happen, as well as what happens, right? So the very beginning of the tune actually starts on the 4. So if we're counting quarters, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, and a 4 and 1. So that's kind of where we want to start thinking about. We're dividing the beat by 16th notes to get that count right. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, and a 4 and 1 and 3. See where we're going with this now. Let's keep building. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, and a 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and da 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 da. Let's talk about that. That's riff 3. So that starts on the last 16th note before the beat. So we're chugging along. 1, 2, 3, 4 and da 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 da. So it's just right before the downbeat on that third mini riff of our section. And the last one that we're going to do is going to come in on the end of 3. Let's pick it up from the third mini riff going into the 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 2, 3 and a 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3. So that riff is going to repeat quite a bit before we see any changes. You're just going to take that whole 4-piece mini riff idea combined into one big riff and repeat that a whole bunch. But the last time right before we go to the second riff in the song, or when we go to the first change, we're going to do a little bit of a substitution on that riff. And don't worry, it's actually easy. We're going to take away notes and just hold out one note at the end. So it's actually simpler. So last one before we go to the change, play through much the same way you did the rest. This time, we just leave out that whole thing, and we just hold it out and then go up to the 5th fret here and let that ring out. And that's going to set us up to lead us. And that's going to set us up and lead us into the second riff. Let's play that substitution riff once more. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. That's it. So it just kind of builds the anticipation leading into that next piece. And now let's go ahead and take you through that next piece. So coming off the end of the previous riff, where we're just playing and holding this 5th fret note, we're going to come into the second riff on count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, break that down for notes and timing a little bit more. We're here at the 10th fret, and we're going to slide from 10 to the 6th fret. Second little piece of this, we're going to reposition our hands here so that we can get 3, 5, and 6. So you want to shift a position there, and you're going to play 3, 5, 6, 5, 3, then 1, 3. Now this little riff here, similar to what we did in the previous section, but just a little bit different. The timing's the same, but the notes are different, right? That's 1, 3, open, and then back to 3 over here. Backing up again, repeating. 10 down to 6. 2, 3. So let's talk about the timing up to that point. So once again, our first note of this section comes on the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and a 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and a ba-da-da. 3, same thing. 4, 1, 2, 3. Once you have that, it's all downhill from there. We get back into that. We're going to do this little lick here. First fret hammering onto 3rd. So we've already seen that. That's nothing new for us. And then as we repeat, second time through, the ending will be a little bit different. Simple. Just play and hold right there. Again, 2, 3. Back to section 1. So there you have the two main sections of Arctic Monkeys' Do I Wanna Know. Great example of riff writing and really cool tune. A lot of fun to play. So hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. I'm Ben for Epic Guitar Instruction. Give us a comment down below. Give us a like if you liked the lesson. And hey, subscribe to the channel. We'll let you know each time we upload new lesson videos. We're constantly bringing them and uploading them. So subscribe, check it out. Thanks again for joining us. I'm Ben, Epic Guitar Instruction, and I'll see you next time.